Hello and welcome back to Gary Plays Darkest Dungeon. It's me, at the Duckfeed Memorial Dungeon Estate, with whom Doomst has come to. We're going to go check out the Farmstead this week. This will be another short one, but I don't mind. Hopefully you don't mind. When I say short, it's like 20 minutes. It's fine. Farmstead's interesting. It's the Color Out of Space expansion. We're bringing kind of an overpowered crew to it, but it is harder than normal. So it says a short apprentice. This is harder than a normal short apprentice dungeon. Got a pretty fun crew for it, though, I think. A lot of them are getting up to level 3 after this, which is kind of problematic because we need to have a full gamut of levels. We have a lot of people, if I sort by level here, get some 5s, big group of 4s ready to get promoted, only a couple 3s, big group of 2s, big group of 1s and 0s. So I guess it's good that we're getting the 3. You want kind of a full spread. So getting these people into level 3 will be fine. Let's go through the crew. Any Nomad or Harbinger. I thought this would be a good choice because their skills reduce the torchlight. There's no torch in the Farmstead. I'll explain how the Farmstead works. Going to be rocking the Crescendo Box and the Potion X here for a lot of melee damage. And as a Blade Master, which is really cool. Bring the Leper back. Lepers are great in the Farmstead. I'm not like all of a sudden falling in love with lepers or anything, but they're really good in the Farmstead. Doing the standard Berserk Charm Focus Ring combo for him. Got our Ghostbuster here, our Paracasualist, Ben. Ben's going to be rocking Dismas' Head and the Ancestor's Candle for just insane amounts of damage. It is a Sunlight Disciple, which is cool. I didn't see any trinkets. It would work out really well for that. Doing the pretty basic thing for this. We got Lidrian, our level 2 Born Leader, which is really cool. And a Warrior Light, which is really cool. Lidrian's going to end up being an amazing Vestal. Got the Ancestor Scroll. Taking a big accuracy demod for this pitcher because I love that, healing herself when she heals anyone else. And I don't think she can miss on friendly skills. So it's going to make her worse at stunning the enemy, but pretty good. Let's actually give her this. At healing herself, multitasking. There is no camping. And this is a short thing. There is camping in the Farmstead, but there's not on this one. So, provision. Here's how the Farmstead works. Sometimes you need food. If there's a camp, you'll notice it's not offering me food. I don't need food this time. Shovels, also not necessary. You do need a lot of these, like, stat or debuff and cure kind of things. Key can be okay. Laudanum's kind of important. Should be all I need for this, honestly. Let me just take a look real quick. Yeah. All right. Let's learn about the. There's voice harvest
again that year, and the miller was desperate. He came to me, hat clutched tightly in filthy fingers, stinking of sweat and manure. Seated comfortably in my observatory, surrounded by telescopes and other delicate apparatus, I recognized his misfortune as an opportunity. And I agreed to lend him my expertise.
That ends well, of course. I forgot there are story bits here. Well, that was unexpected. Minus 65 damage? Or received? Why'd you do that? Man, some of these new classes feel glitchy to me. So you'll see here in the background, we can see all these trees, and then this is this kind of like sarcophagus that is getting the cutting off the Farmstead. Go into the Farmstead. So we'll see this torchlight here. We can't actually affect the torchlight. We get less healing, we get more stress because of the Farmstead's miasma. And the Farmstead is just fights. There's no exploration, no nothing. Just fights. Versus pretty cool monsters. So monster waves and respawning. I'll explain that. I'll explain the kill meter and shards. Shards are a specific kind of currency that you want to have. Oh, that gave... So we did Mercurial Winter as soon as we went to the Farmstead without me having to do anything. It's very strange. That seems good. Use those pocket noises. My Hugh because I want to hit this guy who's stealthed. My paracasualist can actually get rid of the stealth. So, but yeah, the cool theme on these enemies. It's color out of space themed. Usually you want to bring a stress healer to the farmstead, and then there's the Seeds of Madness thing. This, if I don't kill it, will fuck me up. But if I hit it, it will heal me. So I'm gonna try to let the leper get it actually, and let's scanner scope you. Make you seeable. Get rid of your dodge. Kill you. Hopefully the leper gets the turn before the crystalline aberration explodes. Oh, we got Grimbane now. Let's actually have you. There we go.
Give them no quarter.
So, wait for it. So nothing's happening for a little bit. So we'll have you heal your own stress. Don't have to get rid of these because they're just corpses. They're not crystals yet. And bam! Now it's new dudes. And that's the farmstead. You can see why the leper's really good, because there's always going to be people up the front because they keep getting replaced. And because that Hugh attack, if he gets crits, if you give him buffs to his crit, which you can definitely do. I should have done that. I don't actually know if he can hit the third row. He's got Riposte as well? Is that from Grimbane? The fuck? Would not mind a corpse clear, because clearing them before they turn into crystals is good. But that's okay. We'll take them out.
Continue the onslaught.
I think the bosses in the farmstead are very cool. There are 2 of them, and then there's a wandering boss. The reason why I put off going here at all is because it does not have Grimbane. I don't know what makes him get that.
Executed with impunity.
So that heal was not part of the skill. It was part of killing our crystal. But going here opens up a wandering boss, so we'll start getting the thing from the stars from time to time, which is a cool boss fight that is difficult. All right, so these guys, they always get a free action to Stir the Rabble, which gives him a buff and a riposte. So I'm going to want to kill him early, so let's actually overcharge. Oh, the other thing is, since these battles go on for so long, this is all one battle. So like buffs that last for a whole fight, like that's only one round, but buffs that last for a whole fight are just absolutely incredible in this mode. He's gonna be a problematic to hit, actually. You have to have the paracasualist, but the paracasual. Okay, that was good because the paracasualist can't hit row 4. I keep forgetting that. There we go. So lots of status effects. Lidrian's guarding? Is that what Born Leader does? Don't guard, you're a Vestal. Are you out of your mind? Under no circumstances should you be guarding, baby. Don't do it. That is wild. Grimbane. That changes my mode. Oh, both of these change my mode. This does. Well, they all do. Alright. Do any of them hit more than one thing? Yeah, this does.
Back to the pit.
2 rounds.
Another
You'll see kind of how this... And then up to the right, there's the little thing that shows my progress. And she gets the bonus heal. These horses are a real problem. It's one of the only reasons I like to not bring a leper, because they have a move that can shuffle, and it is highly problematic. So we're going to focus fire on the horse. That horse has got to go. The horse goes into stealth and it does a charge. So silly. Maybe that is not a good trait to have on her. You can actually pay to get rid of positive traits. It's a funny thing to do, but like maybe that's what has to happen.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Good dodge. Okay, lots of crystals. I can't hit that back row, so we gotta
Another one falls.
make space here. There we
Be
go.
gone, fiend.
No need to heal. You can see the crystals don't have a lot of hit points.
Wounds of war can
They're pretty easy to one-shot. They eventually become more problematic. Like the actual endless mode of this. So this is the first mission. Is giving you just a taste of what this is like. The second mission is all about fighting the boss for the first time, and then it introduces endless mode. Endless mode is really interesting. There you get camps, you fight bosses. If you go long enough, you start running into bosses from just kind of random areas. I'll do that, see if I can kill the corpse. Yeah. Kind of random areas. And the light changes. So you can see right here, it's still the Farmstead's miasma. Eventually it becomes these varying other lights, like blazing light, haunting light, brilliant light, etc. And those will have different, primarily debuffs, but sometimes buffs for your characters. If you get far enough in the problem with my canonical game, my Switch game, so this will be the end. A crystal is going to come. I can't do that again. Is going to come summon us out here. We might be done, actually. Which again, short episode, but maybe we'll take this crew in to go do something else. Oh no. Okay, so that paw of the ground turns him invisible. He does that before he. I can't hit him with this. I can reveal him, but only you can hit him. Is it worth doing nucleonic ray? I think so. This is almost the end, and getting the hit on him is going to be really important. But they enter this like end game thing. Alright, I wish that I'd clear those corpses. Okay, so he died because it's the end of the mission. So it was the end of the thing.
Or is it merely a trick of
Alright.
the light?
But it ends up getting these end game kind of light conditions that are all negative, and they're a huge bummer. You see here, I did not get very much money. I just got my money from the things I had brought with me to sell. You get a tiny little bit of money back. The big thing is you get these comet shards, which are an unusual currency. I'll talk about that in a second. And it does your record kill. So I've killed 21 people in the Farmstead. Monsters. That's a disease, though. This is going to be expensive to recover from. Calm sucks. Offensive is fine. Fear of the Pet Patrol. Cheerful. Other hero. I bet you that's really good. Other heroes find your present. I bet you that's random stress relief. Migraines is really bad. We're going to get rid of that. Lethargy is really bad. Bad footing is fine. Eldritch expertise. I wonder what I did to like get so many bad quirks there. But let's talk about shards for a second. And since that team got a bunch of garbage, I'm probably not going to bring them out again. So we're just going to talk about shards. So over here in the Nomad Wagon, which is worth checking out. Spellbound Coin, which I already have. Vile Ring. Occultist and Antiquarian. Crit. Ooh, that's really good. That's really good. I'm not going to buy that, but that's very good. This is all not new stuff. But there's this little guy down here, like, in the lower left. He's the shard merchant. And I can trade him shards. You can see the prices here. Pretty expensive. Starting at 25 for these really cool, good trinkets that act different and weirder than any other trinkets. A bunch of them. So here's a monk one. They added ones for the modded classes, which is really cool. I haven't really looked at those. But they do weird stuff. Like, for example, the Spectral Spear Tip. Extra HP, extra damage, extra blight chance at the cost of doing a random target when you attack 5% of the time. Pretty cool. You know, Cosmic Inkstone. Here. Bunch of neat stuff. So this is the reason why you want to Enemy 1 point for 3 if you're hit. Buff self, that's great. If you... Ooh. Mechanism of Kathak for the Ghostbuster. 200% blight chance, which he doesn't blight other people. On attack, self-blight, 200% chance. Oh, so it adds... Does it add blight chance to all of his effects? Overrides the cooldown on... Oh, that's interesting. So you can use ectoplasmic overcharge over and over. Yeah, Sunlight Warrior only. Chris Sunblight Parma. That's really good. Monster kill self breaks the guard when hit blight. So he blights himself, but his guard lasts for a long time. Yeah, so these are interesting. I'm looking for one for the Falconer. Oh, that looks horrible. Never going to get the Enigma one. You have to have those weird shards in your inventory. Those things that he can summon. Harbinger. That's really good. On attack, hit stun. On attack, hit buff self stun chance. So the more he attacks, the more stun he gets. That's really good. Moonlight Sonata. Unskilled Torchlight negative. Forbidden Chant does a lot of torch things. Plus 33 restoration amount. Stress healing. Clingy and Needy. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Clingy and Needy does negative 50% stress done to the whole party. That's really good. Yeah, so this is the Nomad Wagon, or the Shard Merchant. Really cool little mechanic. Right now I only have 12 shards. These are also really great as far as exchanging. They're very versatile, you can see. So 3 of them, but you can charge them for 2 crust, which is pretty good. And then there'll also be town events that pop up every once in a while that are like, hey, you got 20 shards? Have this mercenary who's very powerful. Have this potion that gets rid of every disease on your team, etc. That is pretty neat. So, yeah. That's the short, Color of Madness. Calm is bad enough to get rid of. Update here. You'll see that we mostly lost money on that because I had to get this crew into the zone. So next week, hopefully get some money. See how my I have 2 antiquarians now, so we'll probably go get some more money. Let's see real quick what's on offer. I want this champion level at the fucking Sunward Isles. Everything is over leveled. Pauldrons of Doom, I picked that up before, I think. A new dice. Loaded dice. Special rare. Extra crit. On miss, buff self. On hit, debuff self. Interesting. Clears all trinket debuffs. That's really fascinating. What a fascinating trinket. Maybe we'll go grab the loaded dice, because they look fun. There's a little angry guy, little Daruma. Subject 25. Where's that damage versus corpse? It's interesting. Yeah, we're going to get those dice. You can see we're kind of running out of stuff to do. We could go fight the Miller. I actually like the Rampart Shield, so we might go fight the Miller. We might go get the dice. It depends on whether, where my priorities are, but we'll, oh, and see, you can see this little, the thing from the stars is here this week. You might encounter it. So you can see this little symbol above the Weald. So if I went to the Weald and got this apprentice thing, we might run into the apprentice version of the thing from the stars. The thing from the stars is a real pain. You have to have a good build for him. If you only have physical attackers, he's really hard. You need good damage over time. So, anywho, thanks for watching. MVP is gonna be... I took everybody off my screen. Gonna be... Hi, Indie Nomad. Really like that class. The Harbinger's really good. So, anyway, take care, everybody. Bye!